Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and update 10.3 has finally arrived, and now we can see the T62A at its full might. And I'm not going to be talking too much, I'm going to be letting you guys see what this tank has now become. So if you look at this tank frontally from other medium tanks or lights with low penetration, this is what the T62A is going to look like now. It is going to be completely red, and from the front, it's going to be very hard to penetrate this tank. I mean it, this tank frontally is going to be extremely hard to deal with. Just look at this tank, the lower plate is tiny, the upper plate and the turret are super duper red, and this is very scary indeed. This is very scary stuff. Now, if you think you're a medium tank, or a light tank per se, and you can just switch to gold and you will suddenly be able to penetrate the T62A, you are quite wrong. This is the T62A, and I'm shooting at it from an angle from a Progetto with gold. This is gold shells, guys, frontally. The sides are already impenetrable when it's in a diamond shape, but with gold shells not being able to penetrate the upper plate, this is madness. This is actual craziness, because the T62A is now really strong when it comes to the upper plate. Like, I seriously mean it, this tank has become very strong from the front. The little update Wargaming, did to this tank is actually quite big, because this is now a medium tank bully. I think one of the only ways you will be able to kill this tank is probably if you sort of get into a clinch with it, because it has less DPM now. But if you look at this tank from the clinch situation, you can see that the armor is kind of gone because of the angle. The angle allows you to sort of penetrate the armor with ease. Now, if you look at this tank from a heavy tank perspective, then you will obviously be able to penetrate this tank frontally without that big of a problem, because of course a heavy tank and a TD are different. So it shouldn't necessarily be a problem, especially because a lot of heavies are anyway a little bit taller than the T62A. So penetrating it frontally is not a problem from a heavy perspective. But then again, if the T62 gets into a diamond shape, it's going to be quite hard to deal with, just like the E50M, right? Now, the thing about this tank is, if you compare it to other medium tanks, especially Soviet medium tanks, then the DPM is not actually that bad, because it got an alpha boost to 330. So most mediums still have 300, 310, and 320 respectively. Now, the one thing that was reduced a lot was sort of the dispersion. The dispersion is now the worst among all Soviet tier 10 medium tanks, so that could be a problem. And the aim time is also not the best, because the 907 is going to be better, but it's still going to have a better aim time than the 140 and the T22. So the dispersion is a big weakness. Now, the other weakness is, of course, the old laggy mobility, which has 55 kilometers forward with a 18.62 power to weight ratio, which is not that great in comparison to other Soviet mediums. So it's going to be a little bit sluggish, but guys, the armor profile is now allowing you to be a little bit sluggish, because it does carry some weight, and a lot of mediums and light tanks will really struggle against this. So guys, be careful out there in random battles, because the T62A is really going to mop you up if you make those bad mistakes. So tell me what you guys think about this update regarding the T62A, because it's now official, in the comment section below. And with that, Happy is out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.